Welcome to Miss Martin Muses. Welcome to Miss Martin Muses, where we muse upon what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really ticks me off. Well, today we're talking about things that make me very, very happy. It is movies, creature films for the double pick. Each one of us, each one of my guests, including myself, have chosen two creature films that we would like to discuss. I have on my guest panel today, all the way from a country below the equator, it is none other than Timon.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, how are you doing?
Very hot. It's like 34 here. For the American, it's like almost 95. It's 97, I believe. And
Oh,
yeah, it's
oh yeah,
really
because you're
hot.
opposite seasons.
Yeah, it soon will begin summer.
Nice. Well, excellent. Well, we also have the complete opposite side of the hemisphere and the weather, none other than Steve Kenobi.
Hi, and it's sure as hell not warm where I am. Um, I think we're at -2 or 3 degrees Celsius. So, yeah, but it's all good. It's all good. So,
Nice and cool.
yeah,
Nice and very cool. Nice and very cool. Well, we have people coming in. Hello, everyone coming in to watch. Welcome to Miss Martin Muses. Welcome to Miss Martin Muses. We have none other than Dan Blackroyd, who I think I finally figured out is really Blake. Am I right on
Yes.
that? Okay, because I didn't figure that out. I was like, who is this Dan Blackroyd? Is none other than Blake. So someone from down under. Well, we have an international cast tonight. Oh, speaking of international, all the way from the Emerald Isle, it is Shane Nolan. Welcome, Shane. Welcome, Miss Smart Muses. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And please, people in the chat, if you have a favorite creature movie, please feel free to share it. Please feel free to share it in the chat and discuss. Well, we are going to start today with our guest from far, far away in a different hemisphere from me, and Timon Flip. What is the first creature movie that you would like to discuss?
My first pick is Dragon Slayer with
Nice.
Peter Mechanical. This is one of my favorite 80s movie. Is the creature in this movie scared the crap out of me when I was young, little. Um,
Nice.
it was the first time I ever saw a dragon in anything, and the it was the time when the family movie could be scary as shit.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can imagine you being a kid and seeing that, and you've never seen a dragon.
it also had a little bit of nudity.
Oh yes, also also another good point.
Yeah, and the dragon looked amazing in this movie, and I think they won an Oscar for the special effects
Yes,
as
the
well.
the one of the best stop motions that I ever seen.
Yeah, and it has Palpatine in it from Star Wars.
Yay.
Plays the priest who gets
Ooh,
burned by the dragon.
yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah. Oh, nice, nice. Another another trivia question.
Yeah, there we go. Well, besides the memories that it obviously has for you, what is it that you particularly looking back? What is it? What do you think about this movie?
The main plot is Peter. I don't remember his name. But his character is like a squire or apprentice of this wizard, and he's a pretty wimpy kind of young man. And even though that he's weak, not that brave at all, he goes against the dragon to save this princess, and is like the perfect how can I say medieval history, fantasy history, where he is scared shitless. He goes, he's enters the dragon den. He faces the dragon uh, face to face. He that the shot one of the most scary that I believe was when the dragon is rising from the pool of water and fire, and then Peter's don't realize he is there, and his shadow is increasing in size, and then he turns around and face to face with the dragon, uh, and the camera focuses on the dragon's eyes. To
Oh,
me, that one is so far. I haven't seen any movie with dragons that has the same uh, atmosphere as this one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that is true. And it, it's kind of funny that the guy who plays the hero in the movie is the weird guy from Ghostbusters 2, painter guy.
Yes,
He's not really what you would think of as a someone playing a hero,
yes,
but he is great in this.
yeah,
well,
and I don't know if it is his debut or something, but and I don't remember seeing him anything before this.
oh,
No, it's probably early in his career for sure. Yeah, and like I said, the special effects are great, with one exception. Near the end, when the
The
dragon is out flying in the sky, it looks like a
yes,
paper plane
you know,
yeah,
with with dynamite on it.
yeah. But for 81, man,
Oh yeah,
I bought that.
isn't
I
it
bought it.
same year as Conan came out, or was Conan
Uh,
82?
I think Conan was a bit later.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
Good
don't quote.
period for fantasy movies though.
Hmm.
yes, the 80s was amazing.
Yeah, I must admit I have never seen this movie. So after hearing you talk about it, and it makes me want to see it. I don't know how I missed it. It just must have fallen through the cracks.
When is the time when Disney was original?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Conan was 82.
Oh, 82.
Okay.
Very close. Very close. Well, we have a lot of people coming in and saying hi, and not just. Oh wait, we already said Dan Blackwright. Keck is here. Keck, the mod with the most, is here. Ara has also joined us, and there's some very good discussions going on. People are mentioning The Thing, and The Abyss, Leviathan, Predator, The Thing, many other movies, and some of them might come up. Some might come up. So we shall see. We shall see. But it's always great to see the chat here. This is one of the best chats we have here at Miss Martin Muses, and sharing your movies. Well, thank you, Timon, for sharing your first movie. Next, it's going to be Stieg. We're going to go to you. What is your first choice for today for the double pick?
Yeah. Keep in mind, I did not necessarily pick my favorites. I
Oh,
picked
understood.
two monster flicks I like.
Understood.
One of them is rather stupid, but it's the first movie I bought on DVD back in the day.
Mhm.
And don't judge me. It was Deep Blue Sea, released in,
Nice.
I think it's 99 or something, 98 or 99. Um, a hell of a cast, a lot of big names in it.
Is
Samuel
the
Jackson
oh yes,
is
that
in
one.
it. Stellan Skarsgård, and Thomas Jane is in it.
LL Cool J.
Yep. And I always forget the lady's name, um, but she's a good actress. I'll look it up.
Hmm.
Maybe someone in the chat knows it. What's the leading lady in Deep Blue Sea, people?
Everybody Google.
Yeah. Anyway, the lady is in charge of uh, a research facility where they're trying to genetically mutate sharks because they want their some kind of thing from their brain, which supposedly is supposed to help fight off Alzheimer's in humans, because sharks don't get Alzheimer's according to this movie. And the research facility is underwater, but the thing is, they have increased the sharks' brains, so they're intelligent, and pretty soon the sharks starts to plan their escape by um, taking in taking advantage of an kind of an accident where they they rip the arm of the damn Swede, and he has to be taken to the hospital, and then there's a storm, so the stretcher with him on falls into the shark pool, and they basically pull the stretcher, I guess, and pull the, the the chopper down, so it crashes into the facility, which then slowly begins to sink, and all the characters are below water. So it's like Die Hard with sharks, actually, but it's underwater.
Yeah.
And
It's dumb fun.
yeah, and there's three sharks, and they get. Here's some trivia for you. The sharks gets killed in the same way as the sharks in Jaws 1, 2, and 3, in that order. So the middle one gets electrocuted. Number
Oh.
1 and 3 dies from explosives.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't know that. That's clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think Shane Nolan's saying Saffron Burrows and Dan Blackroyd said that too. She was in
Yeah.
Wing Commander and Circle of Friends.
Yeah. Very good actress. Tends to be in cheesy movies.
Yeah. I loved this movie. It was so bad, it was good. I rented it with a whole bunch of friends and we just laughed our way through the whole thing. But there were some really good jump scares in it. The one with Samuel L. Jackson's character.
Yeah, they rip him to bits. The shark jumps ashore and get him.
Mm-hmm. And he was right in the middle of a speech.
Yeah.
And so you just really were not expecting, and then they just jump up and get him. That was one of the best jump scares, I think, of the whole movie. It was a little bit absurd, the idea of these smart sharks.
Yeah, but the acting is very good in it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, LL Cool J is. I loved him in this. And Saffron
like
Burrows
his-
is great. Thomas Jane is excellent.
yeah. I like LL Cool J partner. His parrot or is a parakeet
Oh, yeah.
or something.
Yeah, he has he plays the chef, and he has a parrot flying around.
Oh
Which,
yeah.
like a pirate. Long John Silver in Treasure Island. He has a pirate. He's a cook, and has a parrot. So maybe it's a reference to that. I don't know, but that would not be allowed. Having a bird flying around, possibly shitting in the food.
No, it would definitely be a health violation.
Oh yeah, but then again, they do have mutated sharks too, which certainly violates a lot of things.
They're not looking at ethics. Dan Blackroyd said it features an Australian, Jacqueline McKenzie, can't have a shark movie without Australians.
Is that the blonde one? That, well, spoilers, the shark got her.
Yeah. I think with most of these, it's hard to avoid spoilers, especially since they've been around for more than 20 years.
If I recall, the survivors were JJ, Thomas Punisher, Thomas.
Thomas Jane.
Jane is Yes. And the girl doctor, the
No, no, she
in
died.
charge. She died.
Yeah, she sacrificed herself basically because she was the reason for the whole thing, and then she jumps in the water to use herself as bait. She cuts her hand and jumps into the water at the end.
But
Oh.
didn't Thomas Jane save her?
No, I thought it. Hmm.
Everybody
I,
Google.
I think
because
she got
I
eaten.
think
I
I
thought she
think
got
Thomas Jane saved her, and then L Cool J scream at them to come and pick me, something like that.
No, I think he saved her at first, but then she jumped back in, so she could be the bait when they were gonna shoot the dynamite thing at the shark. Yeah, she dies. Blackroyd in the because he saves her first, and then she goes back in.
Yeah. Dan Blackwood says the doctor on the stretcher getting thrown at the glass is one of the coolest parts of the movie. Oh my goodness. Oh, and hello there. Hello, Soul Assassin. Thank you. Welcome to Miss Martin Muses. Thank you for being here. Remember, doing a double feature and watch both Deep Blue Sea and Lake Placid. Ah, there we are.
Lake Placid is fantastic.
And this movie, the Deep Blues, it was the revival of the whole shark thing. There
Yeah.
was a bunch of other shark movies that came after.
Yeah, and in the late 80s, no, sorry, in 90s, you had also a revival of the monster movies. Because you had this one, you had Deep Rising, you had Lake Placid, and and they did a new Godzilla too.
Now all those cheesy like Ghost Shark, Sand Shark, those
Oh yeah,
like Sharknado-esque types of
Oh,
movie.
yes, I love Sharknado. It's so terrible, it's good.
yeah, Anaconda. You know what? J-Lo not being eaten by the snakes ruined the movie. She should have been the first one to get
Yeah.
eaten. They got Owen Wilson though. I'll give them
Yeah.
that.
So it wasn't a terrible complete loss.
I actually like Anaconda. I don't know why, but I do.
Yeah.
I
Well, some
know
of
it's a
these
shit movie, but I like it.
Yeah. Well, movies don't have to completely suck to be good
But
or to be entertaining.
it looks like everyone in everyone in the chat have seen Deep Blue Sea. I was gonna
Yeah.
tell people to watch it if they hadn't, but it seems,
Yeah.
it's one of those cheesy movies that um, most people probably have watched because it's on TV all the time, and
Is one of those movies that if it's on, you kind of no matter where is the movie, you watch it.
yeah, it's like Revenge of the Nerds or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies that tends to end up on TV a lot.
Yeah. Well,
Still,
cool.
Fun movie. 7
Yeah.
out of 10.
Yay. Well, my movie that I chose for my first choice is none other than Predator. Predator,
Nice.
I recently watched for the first time a few months ago, and I had discussed it on Toxic Movies, but it really was a fun movie, and holy crap, those men. That was back when there was some serious testosterone in movies, and it had Apollo Creed in it. It had just some amazing
Jesse
scenes.
Ventura.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And of course, the Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was really scary because you didn't you didn't really quite see him and the creature. And if I recall when I saw it the first time, I wasn't even sure what the hell happened until the very end. I don't know. It was just so good the way it was filmed, and I love the way that they just gradually revealed him by showing what he was doing. Like you saw, like those dead bodies up in the trees, uh, all of that, and it started with one of the coolest moments ever, where they were in competition. They were going to shake hands, Apollo Creed and the lead, and then they turned it into an arm wrestling game. And I knew when I saw that I was going to for sure be really enjoying it. It also is a good example of natural diversity. It was an incredibly diverse cast, but they were all incredible, and it wasn't the cast was not necessarily about the diversity. It just was really, really good. Predator, Dan Blackwright says, Predator cannot be beaten on so many levels. This movie kicks ass. Shane Nolan said, I think your toxic movie Predator stream was the first of your streams I watched. Oh, well, thank you, Shane Nolan. Glad that you were able to do that. John McTiernan action movie Masterclass, the first. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only character that wasn't badass was Shane Black, the guy with the glasses. He was kind of annoying. So glad he died.
Yeah. Well,
he wasn't even an actor. He actually got the I don't know why they gave him the part, but he's actually a script writer and a director now.
Yeah, he wrote the latest one, I believe.
Yeah, the new one, and it was really
awful.
bad, but he admitted it. He said, "Sorry, I made a bad movie." He didn't blame the fans or anything, which is, credit to him for that. But he has also written some good ones. I believe he wrote the script for it might have been Lethal Weapon while he was on the set of Predator.
Wow.
Actually, yes, I looked it up. He wrote the Lethal Weapon script in 6 weeks.
Wow. Well, there you go. The Lethal Weapon script is amazing.
Yeah, and he also wrote another. I don't know if you've seen the Nice Guys.
No.
He directed that one. I'm not sure if he wrote it, but it's another buddy cop movie, or rather a private investigator.
The Nice Guys, the Netflix one.
No, the with Russell Crowe and what's his name? The Ryan Gosling.
Oh, okay.
They're investigating the death of a. It takes place in the 70s. They're investigating the death of a porn star.
Yes. Oh, wow. Yes, he directed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dan Blackwright said he was hired to write scenes on the fly during the production. They started production on Predator with a working script, but not a finished one.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen The Nice Guys, you get it watched. If you like Lethal Weapon, you're probably going to like this one.
Yeah. Well, what I really liked about this was the whole idea that we found out the creature was looking for a worthy opponent. And that's what he wanted. And so he kind of admired, if you will, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. And then just the way they went man on man or creature on man, it was so badass. And then the whole thing about what the hell are you? And then the creature's like, what the hell are you? Or whatever. And then it self-destructs.
Yeah.
I thought it was so awesome. And Arnold Schwarzenegger like runs and just escapes. It was great.
The creature was supposed to look way different, and it was played by Jean-Claude Van Damme. who you can actually
Yeah.
see in a couple of scenes in the movie, like little glimpses, because he did the stunts for Arnold. He doesn't
I've
want to admit
seen.
that though,
Yeah.
but you can see see him in a couple of scenes. But the creature was to be like a thin, athletic, white alien, but it got scrapped because it didn't look intimidating. But in the third one, when all the characters gets dumped on that planet to be hunted, that creature has been dumped there too. So you get to see it, the original Predator design,
Oh,
which I thought was pretty cool.
yeah. I didn't hate the third movie.
I mean, neither.
Wasn't.
Thought it was okay.
Yeah. Uh, I've seen some photos or clips from the making of Predator. Uh, Van Damme wearing this red rubber suit, like with a head that looked like a shrimp. It
Yeah,
was
yeah, it looks like a shrimp.
it was so funny.
Yeah, and the guy who plays the Predator, a very very tall guy, he plays the chopper pilot at the beginning as well. He passed away a few years ago. Um, it was basically, about the size of Peter Mayhew, I guess. So
Oh,
they needed a big guy.
yeah. And then Dan Blackwood says Predator would never be the movie it was if they went with that original design.
No.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Well, it's a cool concept though, because humans, go on safari to hunt lions and dangerous animals and take trophies. This just flips it. You have an alien that is more technologically advanced than humans. He's doing the same. He's on safari taking, the heads, right?
Yeah, the skulls.
Oh gosh. As Shane Nolan says, Lawrence Fishburne was great in Predator 3 as an insane guy. I love
Arnold
Lawrence.
Schwarzenegger was supposed to play that character.
Ooh.
They,
Uh,
they had
that
kidnapped
would
him
be
after Predator.
awesome.
Yeah, but Arnold didn't want to do it because he wanted to do shit Terminator movies instead.
Yeah.
Well, we got editorializing here on Miss Martin Muses. We
Yeah.
do indeed.
The
We do indeed.
the only downside I thought in Predator One is the character of Billy.
Mhm.
He
The Indian.
yeah, he pulls his knife and all and gets ready to fight the Predator, man to man, and you never get to see the fight. You just hear him scream. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it set up this awesome fight and all, and just but they did kind of rehash that scene in the third one with the Yakuza guy.
Yes.
He does exactly the same and pulls a samurai sword and has a sword fight basically with a predator.
Yeah, that was a very, very cool moment.
Yes, so and they did that because of the fans have been disappointed about the Billy fight in the in the first one that never made it to the screen.
Yep.
Yeah, Soul Assassin is right.
Soul Assassin Billy says Billy needed a security guard to keep him from fighting with the cast and crew. Wow.
Yeah, he apparently he could get a bit angry when he was drunk and he was drinking a lot. Terrific actor though, also sadly passed away a few years ago. Um, maybe best known for Predator and 48 Hours.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Dan Blackwood says the tension they build through Predator is awesome. They show the team how elite they are and then spread the rest of the movie showing how lethal the Predator is. Well said.
Yes, because all the characters are built up as extremely competent. So you're sitting there as a viewer going, yeah, these guy kicks ass, the best of the best, right?
Mhm.
And then they don't really stand a chance against the Predator.
Yeah. Soul Assassin
So,
also says,
by building up the soldiers, they're also building up the threat of the predator when he starts killing them.
yeah, very well
And
crafted.
Bill Duke, I also thought was terrific in this. Um,
Yeah.
Played the guy with the razor
Yeah.
who
Soul
just
Assassin
goes
says,
nuts.
the first Alien versus Predator is a guilty movie for me. I'm assuming guilty pleasure movie. Fun watch. Yeah,
Yeah,
Alien versus Predator. What do y'all think of that?
it's a shit movie, really, but it's fun to watch, and it has a huge plot hole with Lance Hendrickson's character being there because he plays the same character in Alien 3, which takes place hundreds of years in the future. And they could have solved this in Alien versus Predator by just having that movie take place in the future too, because all of it takes place in a pyramid under the Antarctica. Anyway, so you don't have to like make a futuristic New York or anything like that. You know,
Yeah,
and it was PG-13, which is bad for both Predator and Alien,
yeah, that sucked.
but still guilty pleasure as big time. I actually watched it last week.
Yeah. It's
The
Timon.
idea, the
Go ahead,
idea
Timon.
was good. The idea was good, but the execution. My God, the I'm getting my tongue in a twist. The
Execution.
execution,
Yeah.
yes, the execution was very poorly.
Yeah. I have not seen that one, so I will submit to the gentlemanly expertise. Dan
Have
Black,
you
sorry,
watched Predator 2?
who me? No, I've only seen Predator 1.
I think you'd like Predator 2 as well. It has Bill Paxton in it
Oh, I love Bill
and Danny
Paxton.
Glover.
Danny Glover, yeah,
Oh, Danny Glover. Oh, yes.
I really
Well,
liked Predator 2 too.
yeah. Well, cool. Well, that's something for me to definitely look forward to. Okay, we are going to circle away from Predator and go to Timon's second choice. What is your second choice, Timon Flip?
My second pick is Pacific Rim.
Ah, Pacific Rim. Well, tell us about it.
Pacific Rim tells the story of there is this dimensional rift in the Pacific Ocean, and Earth is getting invaded by these huge monsters. They call them kaiju because that's what they gave the name to the uh, monsters in the Japanese cinema in the 50s and 60s. So they named these monsters kaiju, and uh, because Earth they are has no defense against this monster, they threw all the bombs and missiles that they came, and they barely kill one. They start to building these big giant robots. So the rest of the movie is giant robots fighting giant monsters. So it's
Cool.
just fun.
Wow. Now, I personally haven't seen this movie. Steek, have you seen it?
Yes, one of the first movies I bought on Blu-ray. It looks fantastic on Blu-ray. Great special effects. It has a good cast. It's you have the guy from Sons of Anarchy
Yes.
is in there. You have Idris Elba and Ron Perlman is in it. Yeah, it's basically guys in enormous mech suits fighting all kinds of Godzillas. Really, um,
And
yeah, fun movie.
the biggest point of these fights is that the mechs and the monsters They give you this sense of their sheer size and weight in the
Yeah.
movie. A punch doesn't is not like any action movie where it's just like a half a second and you punch the guy. No, it takes some time for the arm to actually goes back and then takes like a rocket uh, boost to actually punch the monster.
Cool. That sounds awesome, actually.
Yeah, it's cheesy as hell, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun, you
Yeah,
know.
is the director is Guillermo del Toro, and he wanted to uh, uh, give an homage to the Japanese Sentai, which I was one of the biggest fan around here. Sentai is what later became Power Rangers, but before it became Power Rangers, it was actually good. Uh, it has the Japanese type of comedy and drama, but it had in the 80s and early 90s, uh, before Saban took the rights to the rest of the world. But it has this deeper stories, like you have one of the series, children that was kidnapped from Earth and then spread out to the some planets in the galaxy. Then they escape and come back to Earth, where to fight this uh, evil empire. And then while they are fighting the evil empire. They are trying to find their families.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I need to watch this. This sounds like, yeah.
Would you agree if I said Pacific Rim is in the same genre as Deep Blue Sea, and the fact that it's just very cheesy and special effectish, you know, and
Yes.
pure entertainment, really.
Yes, but less horror and more action adventure.
Yeah,
It even
yeah,
in the one of the fights, it's like the Japanese Sentai that uh, he's fighting with this like bat like creature, and after uh, using he used all of his weapons. He then uh, gets a sword like weapon, like a finishing move that all the Sentais have before destroying the monster. That was like a nice touch to the movie.
Well,
I hear
well,
the second one is really bad.
Yes, it is awful. In the
oh,
second one, they have like this 16-year-old girl that builds somehow a small robot out of junk parts. It's to me is very stupid. Not that she's a girl, but a 16-year-old cannot alone in the, even cannot do the metallurgy, cannot weld like two hunks of metal out of the air.
oh,
So
that sounds
creating some
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, creating like a 2 stories high robot out of shit you found in the street.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't even
And
sound like that doesn't even sound like guilty fun. That just sounds dumb.
yeah, and somehow uh, all of the previous pilots from the other movie The there are no the only one surviving in the Pacific Rim. The first movie was the Gypsy Danger uh, robot that survived, but in the next movie there are only teenager pilots. There are no grown-ups, there are no adults, and to me that was stupid, stupid, stupid.
Mm.
Isn't the
Like you,
second one the one where John Boyega plays one of the leads,
yeah, he
and
is
the movie
Idris
flopped?
Elba's son.
Yeah, and the movie flopped, and he blamed Star Wars fans for it because he said they were boycotting him, even though the movie was just shit.
Yeah. Nobody minded John Boyega. He was one of the better parts, just misused in the Star Wars, Disney Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, if a movie sucks, a movie sucks. Well, too bad. But glad that we have the first one, and I will definitely put that one on my list
you
to
you will
watch.
love the soundtrack. Pacific
Oh,
Rim, the first movie soundtrack is amazing.
let me
Yes, it
see.
is.
Who writes it? Does it say music by? Oh, yeah, I know him. Yeah, I can't say his name. Ramin Demiwadi. Yeah, he's a German dude. He's the one who does the one. He did it for Iron Man and all that. Yeah, Game of Thrones, of course. So he's a very good composer. Yay! Well, there we are. There we are. Well, thank you. Thank you for your double pick, Timon. Now we're going to move on to Stieg's second pick. What is your second pick, Stieg?
The the masterpiece from the early '90s, Tremors, which spawned a lot of sequels. Not all of them were good, but I still think the first four Tremors movies are great. But the first one is awesome. It's based on the old kids game, not to touch the earth, you know,
hmm
and I think the writer decided, hey, what happens if you do touch the earth, right? And they're like, yeah, giant worms get you, and that's that's what spawned the movie. It takes place in a very small town out in the desert that is surrounded. Well, it's in a valley, and giant worms start showing up and eating people, and they're heading towards the town. You have a, a scientist lady that has a seismograph. She's measuring earthquakes and stuff, and the worms have been setting them off, basically setting off the seismograph when they move. And uh, Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward's character, you know, are the main ones. They're kind of two local boys doing really shit jobs, emptying septic tanks and mending fences, and they want to leave. But then the worm problem happens and they can't leave. Um, they also have Michael Gross in it, that ended up being in all of the Tremors movies. He also plays the dad on what is it, Family Matters.
Okay.
He is superb in Tremors. Plays a gun nut that basically lives in
and his
a
wife is
bunk.
Reba.
Yeah, his wife is just as nuts. Um, yeah, and you have Victor Wong is in it as well, another underrated actor. So great cast, low budget, I guess, uh, but everything just works. It's
Yes, Family Ties with
it's
Michael J. Fox.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh, Family Ties. Yeah. And the Keck says Christy loves Stieg for picking this movie. Kind of. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Christy likes.
Christy watches the whole damn series several times a year, and she has been doing it for I suspect decades. But yeah, this is one of those movies that just works. You know, the special effects are great. You know, um, The worms look fantastic. It functions a little bit like Jaws, except they're not underwater; they're under the ground,
Mm-hmm.
so they can get
Yes.
away with a lot of that just by having the ground move a bit, right? But yeah, if you haven't seen Tremors, what's wrong with you?
As I'm sitting here looking guiltily and shiftily with my eyes, if you could see me behind my rose petals, I need to get around to properly watching
Yeah,
it. I don't remember
it's
a darn thing about it.
it's a lot of fun. It's horror action comedy, and it's actually quite family friendly too. If you think about it, it's not any more graphic than Gremlins or something like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of goo.
A lot of goo, but not too much blood.
Yeah.
I, I'm not even sure I get some of these random in honor of Christy boobs. Oh, she randomly just says boobs.
I think she does. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure at least 2/3 of the panel likes boobs.
Oh yeah.
What do we say? Oh, Keck says a good buddy picture. Yes.
Yes, it is. Fred Ward and Kevin Bacon are great together in this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Dan Blackroyd says, I always kind of class Tremors and Critters into the same category, small
Yeah.
town creature terror.
Yeah.
But
I
Tremors
toss
is
Grem.
better. Tremors is a better movie.
Oh yeah, the Critters.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it's okay to like both as well.
Yeah, sure.
It's so rewatchable.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, we're non-judgmental here at Miss Martin Muses. We're non-judgmental.
No, we're not.
What?
They are in the same aisle, but Tremors is on a upper shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, are you saying I'm judgmental, Steak?
No, I'm saying I am.
Oh, you are. Oh, okay. Well, yes, you're incredibly judgmental, especially about coffee. Dan Blackbird says, I haven't seen Tremors in a very long time. The proper way to say it is in a long time. Long time. Yes. We need to be talking about this. I need to just sit my rear end down and watch this. My list of movies is getting longer and longer and longer. Soul Assassin says, know what movie freaked me out as a kid? Mimic. Oh.
Oh yeah, Mimic was a bit eerie.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with that. The Tremors TV show was fun. Oh, I didn't even know there was a TV show.
Yeah, they were actually going to do another one too, but Amazon canceled it. Instead, they're butchering the Wheel of Time.
Oish. And getting ready to butcher the Lord of the Rings.
After butchering the Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Yes, Shane Nolan says, Stieg is judgmental about singing and poetry. It is true. It is true. Yeah. Well, speaking of the Wheel of Time, we have had to delay our stream with Lady Gravemaster for necessity, but it looks like we will be doing it this Wednesday. That is when it is scheduled at 7 p.m. Central. So stay tuned to Miss Martin Muses if you want to hear everything about the Wheel of Time. Penelope Ann Miller says Shane Nolan Mimic. I see. Okay. So anything else either of you want to say about Tremors?
No, watch it.
Nope.
Absolutely worth it. And the second one too. It has a great sequel. It's not as good as the first, but it's still damn good.
Well, okay then. My final pick, my second double pick, is one that I just could not say. It is none other than Jaws. I mean, for crying out loud, I cannot get over how perfect this movie is, and I could talk about it all day, every day, for the rest of my entire life. I first saw this when I was rather young on HBO. Scared the living daylights out of me, and I still cannot go into the ocean without thinking of Jaws. I never ever, when I am on a raft, I never turn my back to the main open part of the ocean. It is terrifying, but it's also a masterpiece. It is one of the few movies that I can say does not have 1 second, which is not perfection. I mean, it is just perfect. I love the actors. I love the scenery. I love the direction. I love the music. And holy crap, I love Robert Shaw. I mean, he was so amazing in this. His monologue about the USS Indianapolis, the isolation that they all feel at the end. And then he just goes, "Smile, you son of a boom." I can't say how many times I've seen this movie. It's amazing. Oh, and before we move on and make out with Jaws, the memes of destruction. Hey guys, what's going on? Hello. Yes, I still fear. We all do. We all do.
Imagine watching it when you were 11 or 12 or something like that, maybe even younger, and you're growing up on a small island that has tourists, and you spend a lot of time in small boats. That's what happened to me.
Oh,
I was paying extra attention to the ocean after having seen Jaws, and I was out fishing with my parents in a small boat and what have you. But Jaws is my favorite movie the whole time.
oh,
I never tire of it. I keep watching it again and again. And earlier this year, I even read the novel, which is not as good as the movie,
yeah, yeah.
but
It's one of those
it's
weird
readable.
things. Yeah. The Dan Blackwright, Jaws can still get you in the pond. Yes, in the pond, shark. Oh yeah. And then Soul Assassin, I think Steve posted it that Robert Shaw's kid looks exactly like him. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. And then Shane Nolan, yes, love the scene with the story of the USS Indianapolis and the son copying his father at the dinner table. And memes of destruction. I live in Massachusetts. I did. Yeah. Well, that's where it actually happened, isn't it? The what it's based on, what happened in the 1920s. Yeah. Well, and even when they're singing "Show Me the Way to Go Home," I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Oh my gosh. Dan Blackwright, Hooper isn't portrayed well in the mob backstory is weird. Oh, he's talking about the novel. Yeah. So, Timon, what do you think about Jaws?
It's very, how can you say, quotable. Like, it was one of those movies that it stucks with you. We're gonna need a bigger boat. That's a bad hat, Harry.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, the the funny thing is that this became a great movie because the animatronics were shit, and the director, if I'm not mistaken, Spielberg, we can't show this. People are not gonna be scared of this. They're gonna see it's fake, and so the shark is only shown close to the final bits of the movie, and the rest is just camera angles and freaking amazing soundtrack.
Yeah. Da, da. My
There's
dad.
the uh, the attack in the pond. You know, the Boy Scout attack.
Mm-hmm.
That one was supposed to be a lot more horrific, and it had to be edited out because the Boy Scout guy ends up in the mouth of the shark, and the shark swims towards Brody's kid who is in the water, right? And almost gets him, but the Boy Scout leader manages to push the kid away while he's spewing blood and screaming.
Yikes.
And yeah, um, and you see it a little bit in the movie because you see the camera kind of move towards the kid when the kid is shocked in the water. Um, but in the rest of it was cut.
Yeah, and you can actually see photos of that deleted scene. There's stills of that.
Yes, it is. Uh, Spielberg wanted to shock them, the audience even more, but it was just even he thought it was too much.
Yeah. Well, and it worked where the kid was just looking like that because he was literally going into shock. Before I continue, we have an elf in the house. We have an elf in the house. It is Lady Toriel. Yay! Welcome, Lady
Hello.
Toriel. We're talking about Jaws. Well, speaking of the other quotes, the one where the mayor is saying, "You yell barracuda," whatever, but you yell shark. And when Quint's like, "This shark swallow you whole." I just love it. I love it. And then the wife, how she's such a bitch, where she's like, he's like, "Take the kids home," and she's like, "Home to New York." And he's like,
There's
"No, home here."
I put the pictures of the deleted, or rather the cut scene.
Oh,
in, in
okay. Let
the
me see about
private chat.
sharing them here. Share screen. Da, 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 da. Pond. Oh my gosh. Oh, holy shite. Okay, I'm gonna share this. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Yeah,
That
there you go. You can see the Boy Scout leader, while being chewed up by the shark, is holding Brody's kid, and this is where he's supposedly pushes him away to kind of save the kid, so the kid doesn't get eaten as well. Which is why the kid is in complete shock. After the attack, he goes to the hospital.
yeah, look at the size of that. And when you see those other kids like trying to climb up, I guess
Yeah,
on the boat or something. Yikes.
and the second picture is kind of even worse.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, wait, that's not it. Wait, that's the same one. Did I click on this? I clicked on the same. Let me grab it here. Wait, that's okay. That's that one. Am I doing it incorrectly? Oh, yikes. Okay, here it is. Let me share this. Holy moly. Steve, this is creepy. Okay, let's share it. Everyone's going to have nightmares. Yeah, you see him.
Yeah, this is right before he ducks away with him. But you see bits of this in the shots in the movie itself, because you basically see the shark, grab him, and he pulls him under, and then his leg gets severed. But in the next shot, you're seeing it from the beach, and you can hear all kinds of screaming and stuff from the Boy Scout leader. So he's obviously above the water again, which is when this shit was supposed to happen.
Oh, yeah. Soul Assassin. Damn. Yeah, I think
I
that's all we.
I kind of wish they would have put this back in some kind of director's cut, you know.
Huh.
But oh, trivia: the shooting star you see in the movie
Uh-huh.
at night when they're out on the boat, that is real. It happened.
Yes.
And
Ooh.
the barrels that are attached to the shark, yellow ones, you see them for a little bit in Jaws too, when Brody has been fired and he drives home drunk. He's made a flower bed out of them. They're next to the doorway of his house.
Huh. Oh, well, that's a nice little Easter egg.
Yeah,
He
I actually spotted it because Proper Justin and Rookie Critic were doing a watch party of Jaws 2, and Proper Justin is a massive fan of Jaws,
Uh-huh.
and I accidentally spotted that thing. Like, hey, there's the barrels. And Proper says, I never noticed that. Damn,
Yeah.
watched it 50 times. But yeah,
Okay. Wow. Okay. Except for some shots at the end, says Dan Blackward, where the barrels and ropes disappear. The real shark footage is impressive with the cage breaking. Oh yeah, they did use stock footage of real sharks. And then Dan Blackward, Jaws 2 is underrated.
in the book, Hooper dies
Huh.
as well. Yeah, the shark gets him in the cage and then comes up with a screaming Hooper in its mouth, and then chews him to bits.
Oish.
Only Brody survives in the book,
Yeah.
and Hooper shags Brody's wife too.
Ew. Bastard.
Yeah, they went to a motel.
Oh gosh. Soul Assassin says they had a midget in a cage to make the shark look bigger in the film. Oh.
Yeah, they did a lot of stuff that they would not have gotten away with today. Uh, the first shark victim as well. They recorded the sounds for a character when she's screaming and gurgling and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And Spielberg literally waterboarded the lady to get the right sounds.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
Richard Dreyfuss said it. That's how they did it, and I think Spielberg has confirmed it.
Yeah.
They waterboarded her and recorded the sounds, and she was fine with it.
Wow. Well, and when the shark is pulling on her, they're actually underneath yanking her by the leg. They're really pulling her.
Not just the leg; they have a cord or something around her waist to make sharp pulls.
Yeah.
So she could have broken ribs and all kinds of stuff, but she was a tough lady. She didn't,
Yeah.
didn't
Long live the
whine 50
70s.
years later and wanting money.
Yeah. Well, another part of the movie that gets me is the scene where you have the two fishermen at night.
Yes, scariest
Oh.
scene in the movie.
Yes. Because you don't even see the shark. You
Nope.
just see the little barrel thing and it pulls him off and the dock and the guy's being pulled out and he starts to swim in and you see the barrel turn back around and start going doo 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 doo, and then the guy's going swim, don't look back, swim. And I'm like, oh, it scares the crap out of me. And then when he finally makes it, he's like, can we go home now?
and the night the sea becomes this blackness. Oh my god, it's really eerie.
Yes.
Another scene that I thought was eerie is when Hooper and Brody goes looking for the shark a bit at night,
Yeah.
and it's foggy and stuff, and you get that very superb music by John Williams. They're out in Hooper's boat, right?
Yeah.
And they find the banged up boat.
Yeah. And then that body like comes out and he goes, bleh! And then the Jaws music starts and you're thinking, oh my gosh, the shark is coming.
Yeah, because it almost foreshadows a shark attack too, because Hooper mentions that he has sonar on his boat, and Brody's like, "What's that big thing?" or something, and Hooper's like, "Yeah, it's probably just a spool of mackerel or something."
Mm-hmm.
So when he says that, you're thinking, "Yeah, it's probably the shark, right?"
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, it isn't though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My mods, if you could help out here, I'm trying to take care of that. Yes. And Soul Assassin said the only death I was sad about was the dog Pippet. Oh yeah, Pippet. He's like, Pippet.
Yeah, and holy crap, that the kid who gets eaten on the raft.
Oh yeah.
I remember when I first saw that when I was a kid. That was almost shocking because they never kill off the kids in horror movies, right?
Hmm.
But this one did. I mean, the shark chews him to shit. There's there's blood everywhere,
Oh gosh,
and it's
yeah.
it's 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 so quick too. You just see him, grab the kid. It bites. The blood is spraying everywhere, and then kind of flips around and goes away.
Hmm.
Which is probably what it would look like, you know.
Yeah.
They also cut uh, quite a bit of that scene as well because they showed the shark too much. Um, and Spielberg didn't want us to actually see the shark until later.
Yeah.
There's I have a
Yeah. And
picture of the let's see.
yeah, and Shane Nolan says no, the poor mother on the beach. Oh yeah, because all the kids are all in and everything, and she's Alec, Alec, and
There you
then
go. Put a picture of the
and she's
unused.
oh gosh, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Dan Blackford. Oh yeah, you, you knew there was a shark out there,
Oh,
and you let people go swimming. Oh gosh, here we go. Let me see. Are we all gonna get traumatized for
Well,
life?
you could probably just use the bottom one because it has two pictures in it.
Oh, okay. Let me find that. My son is dead. I wanted you to know that. And then they're all, he's wrong. No. Or she's not wrong. No, she's not. Let me see. Share. Oh gosh, these are pretty disturbing. Everyone, you're all about to get disturbed. Yikes. I can see why they did not use these. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you can't see the bottom one because you have it highlighted. Yeah,
Sorry.
but the bottom one, you can see the little raft in the shark's mouth and all. It's just, yeah,
Oh, and you can see here on top, he's the big mouth going around it. And he's just he's just chomping down. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree with Dan Blackward. Just seeing the flippers roll over as the raft gets taken under is pretty cool with that perspective shot from Brody. Yes. The kid's parent had to do multiple shots at slapping the sheriff because Spielberg wanted the right scene. Yeah, they all just smacked the crap out of each other.
yeah. That is true. The actress who had to slap him felt really bad because Roy Scheider had to stand there and be slapped 20 to 50 times, and she had to slap him full force. You can take quite a few of them, but then eventually your face is just gonna be numb, right?
Yeah. Yikes. Yeah, I want to go ahead and show this one here, Steve, because this one, it's a really good close up. Because we all want to disturb everybody here today on Miss Martin Muses. Let's get disturbed. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh. No, thank you.
It even looks worse in black and white, doesn't it?
Yes.
yes. Looks scarier.
Mm-hmm. Soul Assassin. Shark's going to get cramps eating while swimming.
That is true.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of deleted stuff in the second one too, because they were gonna have the chopper pilot
Mm-hmm.
that gets killed. That was supposed to be a longer scene, the shark getting into the chopper, and you can see some of that deleted footage on the bonus material uh, on Jaws 2.
Yeah. I think it worked pretty good, though, the way it worked out, where you just saw it go under. Yeah. Welcome, everyone coming, and welcome to Smart Muses, where we are incredibly disturbed by these the images of Jaws. But I'll tell you, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing how, after all these years, this movie can still terrify. And it was also amazingly funny, like just the way Hooper just couldn't stand Quint, and Quint just said some little snarky thing, and as his back is turned, Hooper like flips him off and sticks his tongue out, and it was just marvelously immature.
Yeah, and Robert Shaw did not get along with Richard Dreyfuss on the set at all. Robert Shaw would downright bully Dreyfuss on the set.
Oh.
Apparently, Shaw was having a little bit of a drinking problem, and he got competitive when he was drunk, which Richard Dreyfuss talked about it, and he said that he was the nicest man until he got a drink.
Mm.
And I saw an interview with Dreyfuss where Dreyfuss broke down on a talk show, started crying because he got to meet Robert Shaw's granddaughter.
Huh.
And I guess he's been, because he greatly admired Robert Shaw, but Shaw also bullied him, so it was like a psychological thing. You could find it on YouTube.
Well, I mean, alcohol, if it can be a problem, and a lot of actors have that problem. Shane Nolan says, I have a few relatives like that. Well, that animosity, I guess, came off on the screen. Dan Blackburn,
Yeah.
the singing and showing the scars was very indicative of the relationship off screen. With Shaw and Dreyfuss. Yeah, the competition between the two of them. Yeah. Another scene I liked was Brody when Hooper wants to get the shot of him going way out over where the shark is, and he's like, keep going. It's like, why? Keep going out further. What for? Why? What for? He just keeps repeating it because you can hear the panic. Why? And he's like, screw that or whatever. I forget what he says, but that's another one I also remember. Oh boy. We could talk about every single scene, I think, from Jaws. It's just so amazing. Timonfl, I don't know if you swim a lot in the ocean where you are, but does that ever cross your mind when you're out in the ocean?
As a kid, oh yes. I live about 50 minutes from the ocean. But since 10 years ago, I don't get in the ocean anymore because we have in the summer a lot of jellyfish. And in the last 2 times that I went in the water, a jellyfish stung me.
Oh.
So I don't do that anymore.
Oh yeah, that probably hurt like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no fun. No
So while a kid, every time that I went to the beach, uh, you never face your back to the ocean. Always watching the freaking ocean. Always staying in the shallow parts.
Yeah.
That's what's the seeing Jaws made you learn.
Yeah. Well, and there's some truth to that. In many oceans, it's not safe to do that. There's a lot of undertows and whatever you call them, riptides. Soul Assassin says a Jaws stream would be awesome. Teresa Faramir would approve. Oh, then he's going for the below the belt. He's pulling the Faramir card.
To put another deleted thing.
Oh, let me see. Okay. Oh my. Okay, I better put this up. Holy Mary. That is something else. Okay, that's really disturbing. But so let's all look at it. Oh my gosh, look at this. That's in the pond, right?
Yep.
Wow.
This is after the guy has lost his leg. And that shark looks real in this shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the pond attack was supposed to be the most brutal one in the movie, and you can kind of
Oh, I think they wanted to change it and save it for Quince.
no, it was simply too brutal.
Mm, okay.
Even Spielberg didn't want to have it in there.
Okay. Dan Blackbird said, I've seen reef sharks swimming on the barrier reef. Stumbling upon one of those snorkeling is a thrill. LOL. Well, that's what some people might call it. I might call it something else. Soul Assassin. Nowadays, it's the Humboldt squid to worry about than sharks. Those are killers. Oh, I don't know about that, but that doesn't sound cool either. When I go visit my parents where they are, it's actually one of the shark bite capitals of the world. It's that they're usually accidents. The sharks don't really want to bite you, but I never go out past my waist at most. But not just because of the sharks, but also because riptides are really bad, and there's always a lot of drownings, and it's really sad. Shane Nolan, the sea is very dangerous. I lost a cousin at the beach. 2 little girls got pulled out with the current. He saved them, but he ran out of energy and drowned. Oh my gosh. Well, good for him for saving them, but that's very sad. Yeah, the ocean in Ireland is treacherous as F. I remember that as a kid. Yeah, it's very dangerous. And also because the water is so cold, too. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, we had 2 girls got 2 sisters actually had been playing near the ocean, and a wave got them, and they just, the current just pulled them out.
Is that a sneaker wave, Steve, that got him?
I guess.
Or a rogue wave, yeah. Hello, Tommy. Welcome.
Third sister survived, so she saw it, watched.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, in Brazil here in the Northeast, we have some beaches that are closed to swimming because of sharks.
No, thank you. But at least they're not swimming.
At least they closed the beaches.
Yeah. Yeah, unlike in Jaws.
Yeah, they didn't keep them up for the 4th of July.
No, they're always closed.
Yeah. Well, and you can even tell who are the tourists and who are the people that are used to it there. Because I've been swimming at this beach my whole life. Because we're all sitting there at most, again, to our waist, maybe even up to your knees. And then there's always some dorks that start swimming out, and the lifeguard always then starts whistling at them. It's like, come back in, They can't say you dumbasses, but that's what we're thinking. It's like, because it's just too dangerous. Wait, let me go ahead and take this off here. This is really disturbing. There we go. Yeah. Well, and when I was in Iceland visiting, there was some area that's where they have sneaker waves. And the tour guide was like, don't go any closer. So me and my friend stayed with him, and a bunch of people just went up and like, let's touch the water. And we're like, if the native to Iceland says don't go closer, I'm going to listen to him. Yeah. Dan Blackbird says most of Northern Australia is pretty much off limits for swimming for sane people. Way too many things besides the sharks will get you. Well, yeah, Australia is full of, speaking of creatures, Australia is creature central. Shane Nolan says they found a shark in the ocean. They got a tooth. The shark was born in 1600, still swimming. Oh my gosh. Lady Toriel, when I was in Hawaii, I was swimming, looked down, and there was a shark. Boy, did I get out fast. Yeah. My sister and her kids were out there with my mom a few years ago, and a black tip shark showed up. It was completely ignoring them, but they grew wings and flew. It's amazing how fast you can move when you see a shark a few feet away from you. Shane Noel, my brother lives in Australia. He says the same thing. Soul Assassin, you can tell a tourist in my area by the amount of sweat and water bottles they buy. Yeah. Well, no, but it's first tragic when people drown and stuff because of it. You just gotta respect nature, because it's not the shark's fault. You're the one in their territory. You're in their feeding zone, and you're not supposed to like swim at dusk. That's another thing. I mean, that's when they eat, so don't go out when it's feeding time and looking like a baby seal if you're on a surfboard. It's common sense. Common sense. Dan Blackbird says there is a passage of water off North Australia that homes saltwater crocs, tiger sharks, great whites, and bulls. And then the tiny box jellyfish, which kills in minutes. Holy crap!
Saltwater crocodiles. That's something they should make a horror movie about, because those are huge and extremely aggressive.
Oh.
And they get people on the beach.
Oh, yikes. No, thank you. How do you survive down there, down under? Blake, I mean, for real. Oh my god.
You don't.
You just
you just get eaten.
Get eaten, and then you get eaten by or then they got those giant spiders and those bats.
They train those fit ass kangaroos. Have you seen them?
Oh yeah.
The Australians got defeated by emus back then too. Remember that? The Great Emu War. Even the emus are deadly.
Oh my gosh.
There was an actual war, the Emu War.
Dang.
Yes. Rogue and Blackwater, they're especially Rogue was excellent.
Well, there we go. Well, we have some saltwater shark things. Oh, Keck says, and dingbat politician.
Everyone has at least one species of those.
Yes. Well, son of a biatch, though. I know down there in Brazil, are things as crazy in Brazil as they are up around here with all these COVID things?
Oh no, we have a more of a right-wing president. He's kind of fond of Trump, but he's actually a politician. He was not a businessman or anything. But most of the lockdowns was delegated to the cities and to the states. The president didn't interfere as much as Brandon. And we didn't. We have those 2 weeks of lockdown, and then one time when in my city, when the hospital beds were like 97% occupation, we locked down for 1 week again, and then no lockdowns ever since. We do use masks indoor, but outside no one give you shit for not wearing masks. No one the police doesn't go after you if you're not wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually pretty good on here.
Okay, well, let's all go visit Brazil. Can I say that? Yeah, yeah. It just occurred to me. It's like it's a very big country. They won't find you. But I'll tell you what.
We are not only bigger than the America because of Alaska and Hawaii.
Well, there you go, son of a biatch.
So, yeah, Brazil is a huge country.
Yeah, humongous. Well, okay, well that's Jaws. It might be worth it someday to do a whole thing on Jaws. It's just such the oh gosh, I can't say it. Quintessential movie.
Quintessential.
Quintessential. Thank you. It's my first language and I can't even speak it, but it is. There's not one thing I can criticize about this movie. But all of these that we were talking about, they're so much fun to see. We had my two were Jaws and Predator, and the Pacific Rim and the Dragon Slayer. I need to see both of those. And Steeg's The Deep Blue Sea and Tremors. I need to see Tremors. I need to rewatch that, or I think I've seen it a long time ago. These are all very good movies, and a lot of them that people were saying in the chat. Loads of things to have fun with.
Yeah,
So-
since nothing new is actually thrilling or make you how you say
Worth watching.
yeah, there's nothing that I'm looking for to watch.
Yeah.
Maybe John Wick 4.
Yes, I was about to say John Wick right now is the only thing I will go see in the cinema.
Well, Top Gun 2. I think that one might be good, but that's not until next year, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I will wait on the reviews before I watch that.
Yeah.
I don't think Tom Cruise would allow them to fuck up that movie. You know, so I think that one is in good hands. But
I hope.
Yeah.
I can
other
only
than
hope.
that, it's Lethal Weapon 5 eventually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll definitely go see that.
Yeah, the is not the new saying is not going to be we're too old for this shit. Is we're too old to shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
and
as I'm getting,
speaking of other things to watch, we're only a few weeks away from Cobra Kai season 4.
yes.
That one's yeah, but it's getting farther and farther between. Oh yes, Soul Assassin, The Ghost in the Darkness is great.
Yeah. Man-Eating Lions versus Val Kilmer.
Yeah,
Shane Nolan. There's a good Irish monster movie. It only kills the sober people set in a small island comedy.
I have seen this. I have seen it. It was good.
What's the name of it?
Uh,
Everybody Google.
and- yeah,
That might be a funny one to watch around St. Patrick's Day. There's a lot of really good Irish comedies. Another one I like is Waking Ned Divine. That's another good one. Dan Blackwright. Timon and the Grand High Priest are both looking forward to Spider-Man No Way Home. They can't wait.
I want this thing to burn.
Oh, okay. So he's teasing.
The MCU Spider-Man's not Spider-Man.
no,
It's-
he's Iron Boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the carrot. Even the characters around Spider-Man are not the characters around the Spider-Man. The MJ is not MJ. Aunt May is not Aunt May. They give him this sidekick character Ned. It's like a CW version of Spider-Man. Like
Yeah.
Spider-Man was one of the things that make it special is that he is his own hero. He works alone. He sometimes they put him in a team, but he works alone. He doesn't have he he's like Atlas. He puts the weight of the world on his shoulders. And this guy is wimpy. Everybody helps him. He doesn't grow. He doesn't become an adult, even ever after he lost his uncle. So there's nothing Spider-Man about him.
Yeah.
No.
It's very annoying. Nothing against the actor. I think he's fine. It's just the way that they've written him. Yeah, the Irish movie's
He would
called
have
The Rabbits.
actually been a better Robin than Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he saw Tom Holland suffers some from the same condition as Tom Wellington, I believe, from Smallville. He may look like he may have like 30 or 40, but he will still look like he's 16.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
soy. He also has soy poisoning.
Yeah.
Luffy as God says, "Oh no, Top Gun 2, where Cruise teaches a hotshot woman how to fly jets. I can't wait for that, Stieg." Oh,
I think he's training Goose's son now. I think.
oh, okay. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll just have to wait and see. I hope it's not just all about a chick. I mean, and I like women, but I mean, I'm a woman rather, but I'm sick of them making, oh, look at this woman who's now part of this. It's like, no, if I'm watching Top Gun, I want to see Tom Cruise, who is still hot as hell after all these years, even though he's batshit crazy.
Have you seen the photo of him and the kid from Jerry Maguire from the time they were shooting and how they are now?
Oh no.
The kid looks older than him.
I believe it. I believe it. I think he's made a deal with the devil or something because he has not aged.
Or Zeno.
Yeah, Dan Blackbird says Timon Spider-Man lies make baby Jesus cry. Oh gosh. Well, we don't want to make the baby Jesus cry. Oh,
Ooh,
Soul Assassin says
arachnophobia.
another creature movie. I hate the movie, but Arachnophobia was a scary watch. God, John Goodman was awesome. That was scary as hell. Arachnophobia. I
Yes.
hate spiders. I despise spiders. So yeah,
It got a little silly in the end with the spider kind of running towards the who was it the who was the main protagonist.
Jeff. Well, Jeff Daniels was the actor. I
Yeah,
don't. Yeah.
when the spider in fire on fire running towards the towards him kind of looked a little fakey, but the rest with the small spiders in the shower, or every time someone was passing putting the hand somewhere and the spiders almost attacked the hand, that was really creepy.
Yeah. Gosh, and the one where the kids are doing like the itsy bitsy spider, and then oh gosh, I just cannot stand spiders. Yeah, but I agree with
Yeah,
you on all of those. I saw that in the cinema. Oh my gosh.
that was not as fun.
No, especially if you have arachnophobia. Okay, well, we're going to wrap up this party. I want to first thank our chat. The chat, you've been amazing as usual. Let's see, we had, of course, the mods working overtime today. Thank you very much, Dan Blackroy, Keck44. Thank you for helping me out. We had Shane Nolan all the way across the pond. Thank you. You're always here and very supportive. Miss Mart Muses. Ara showed up. Thank you. Thank you very much. We also had the Soul Assassin. Thank you. Thank you. Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collection. We had Lady Toriel. If I missed anyone, I sincerely apologize. Oh, the memes of destruction, And all of you that are going to be watching this on the rewatch, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe if you would. And of course, thank you so much to my panel. Thank you to Moan for making your debut here on Miss Martin Muses. And Stieg, as always, thank you for being here and sharing your insights. Shane's saying thank you. People are saying good night. Thank you. I'm just going to go ahead and ask Timon, where can we find you? Where can we see you? Do you have a channel? What's happening?
You can find me modding at the team's channel, Open Airlock Policy, and pretty much on Twitter, TimonFLP.
Okay. Yeah, and I put that at the beginning of the chat, and I might put that in the description. And Stieg, where can we find you?
On this channel and on OG Star Wars' channel on Thursdays and on Mara's channel, Jade Shadow, on Fridays. And she is actually, as we speak, streaming some kind of game on Twitch. So go look at her and you know tell her I sent you or something. I don't know.
Yes, please do that. Let's see. I do have her link here. I'll go ahead and put that for Mara's Twitch. Yes, tell her that Stieg especially sent her. Tell her I sent her. Tell her everyone sent her because we all love Mara Jade. We love Mara Jade. She is amazing. And of course, you can find me here at Miss Martin Muses and on Twitter, Teresa2_Martin. I do have an Instagram. I honestly don't know what it is off the top of my head, but you'll probably can find me over there. Look for the rose. Look for the rose. We're planning this Wednesday to finally have our Wheel of Time discussion with Lady Gravemaster. Please set your reminders. Also planned is our Two Towers, where we will be continuing the adventures of Frodo, Sam, and Gollum. And that's just about it. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day. And be certain, if you go out to find a shark,